Imagine you're going through something very tough in life, like losing a job, losing your close friend, going through a breakup or something of that sort. And someone very close to you makes fun of the situation, makes fun of you instead of empathizing with you. How would that make you feel? I would definitely feel devastated. I would feel even more depressed and frustrated. But the question here is, why do they do that? Do they do it on purpose, or they just don't know how to make other people feel better? Experience equipped to handle emotions properly. Handling emotions is definitely a skill, and some people can handle every situation very well without getting angry, calmly looking at the problem and trying to find solutions and make the best decisions for them or for someone else involved in the situation. But some of us cannot, and we don't even know what to say when people are going through difficult situations. We might even be saying the wrong things and making things worse for them. But how do we change that and become better at handling situations and handling emotions? Through emotional intelligence. It is the ability to recognize your own emotions and understand what they are trying to convey you, and realize how your emotions are affecting the people around you. It also means you understand how others are feeling, and this will help you manage your relationships even more effectively. So how do you become emotionally intelligent? There is no step-by-step process to become emotionally intelligent, but it all starts with developing awareness. It all starts with having a clear understanding of your own emotions and the emotions of others around you. I reflect on my emotions. What are my emotional strengths? What are my emotional weaknesses? Do I let my emotions get the better of me or influence my decisions? Why do people behave a certain way? What are the emotions that are making them behave that way? These are some of the questions which help me understand situations better and go deeper to find the solutions. Most of our decisions are based on our emotions. We are too quick to judge. We come to decisions in a jiffy, and sometimes we regret those decisions later. But if we can just take a moment to act before we say or do something when we are emotionally charged, that small pause will make all the difference. When we are able to think from other people's point of view, it will make us emotionally intelligent and strong. It is hard to control our emotions, but we can control how we are thinking. Observe how you're dealing with stressful situations. I just try to see whether I can stay calm and in control even when something doesn't go according to my plan. Do I panic and make my emotions take control over me? I keep reflecting upon my thoughts when I'm in stressful situations, and this helps me to get to better decisions. Take that time and get to better decisions whenever I am in a tough situation. Most of the criticism we receive is negative, but when I started looking at criticism as feedback instead of thinking about how it was delivered, it gave me an understanding of a few things. When we try to listen to criticism instead of reacting to it, we understand the intentions of the person who is criticizing us. Sometimes it is just sheer envy and jealousy, or it is just how a person is. But the other times, it is the biggest feedback you can ever get to improve yourself and become emotionally tough. When you can give constructive feedback and criticism instead of being negative, you build your emotional intelligence. When I started accepting my weaknesses and that I'm not perfect, there is always a chance for improving myself. The more honest you are with yourself, the better your life gets. I face situations where people not only don't appreciate my talents or efforts, but they try to put me down by just saying something mean. When you can appreciate people for their talents and give honest praise when they achieve something, or just say that you appreciate how they can manage things alone or just how well they dress, it can make their day, and it is a sign of emotional intelligence. Being able to see the good qualities in others and appreciating them makes you strong emotionally. When you learn to forgive someone and forget what they have done to you, this can help you heal and move ahead in life and become emotionally strong. You enjoy the freedom of not being bound by your emotions for a long time. It is a strength to be able to accept that you made a mistake and to ask for forgiveness instead of trying to be strong and let your ego ruin your relationships. When you develop the strength to accept your mistakes, you become stronger emotionally. Being optimistic, even when you face tough situations in life, will help you become emotionally strong and will give you the ability to bounce back even when things don't seem to be working. In the book Emotional Intelligence, Why It Can Matter More Than IQ, Daniel Goleman said that there are 5 elements which determine emotional intelligence. One is self-awareness. People with high emotional intelligence usually know themselves deeply. They have a good understanding and control over their emotions. They do not allow their emotions to get the better of them. When you're sad about something, you don't let your emotions get in the way of doing what is right. You don't let your emotions cloud your judgment. When I'm angry with someone, I try not to make any decisions at that moment, because if I did, my emotions would definitely be the boss and there wouldn't be any logic or reasoning. When you know your strengths and weaknesses, it is easier to have a control over these emotions and caution you. Number 2 is self-regulation. When you're in an angry mood, we tend to make hasty decisions like breaking up or throwing things at someone. All this is a sign of having no control over your emotions. But when we can control our emotions to not act impulsively or in a haste, this can avoid serious consequences. I used to be very short-tempered. I couldn't control my anger as a teenager. I was jealous, immediately provoked, and immediately hurt, even about simple things. And when I became more aware of my emotions and started to control my emotions, I could see things clearly for what they are and deal with situations better instead of doing things in haste. And the most remarkable quality of people with high emotional intelligence is their ability to stay motivated, even when things don't seem to be very positive. When we can be disciplined and wait for delayed gratification, we have the strength and motivation to do what we are supposed to do until we achieve our goals. Being able to feel other people's emotions, not judging them quickly and labeling others, is another quality. People with high emotional intelligence have good communication skills. They focus on other people's success than completely focusing on their own success. These are some of the qualities which will help you develop emotional intelligence. Feelings or emotions should not be ignored, but they should be used as signals which can help us make informed decisions rather than making decisions in haste or influenced by our emotions. Using our emotions only as information to make better decisions can empower us to be better decision makers, better communicators, and become better in forming stronger relationships. So I hope in this video you understood what emotional intelligence is and how you can develop it and what will make you even more equipped to deal with situations and emotions of other people better. So I'll see you in this video right here. Until then, you take care.